Hey, what's up, guys? Here, pressure some, what you call it, turkey neck. Yeah, my kind of oxtail. Yeah, yeah, cook some dinner for Obi and myself and Zay. But wanted to share a little bit of um a little bit about what happened when I found out I was pregnant at 44 years old. This is just a little heads up for all those couples, those ladies out there that might be thinking that, oh, that's it for them and, it will never happen and they've been waiting for ages to give birth to their own child. Trust me. But when I found out I was pregnant, it was very shocking for me because at 44 years old, I was thinking that that's the end of it. I'd already have 5 children. So, I was even thinking about that. My youngest at the time was 19, going on 20 when I found out. And it was just like I was at home, having some cramps in my side for a little while, like maybe about 2 days. But the thing is, I used to have pain in my side before, and I had done a surgery and dealt with that for years back. So when I started feeling the pain in my side, I was like, oh my God, what is this? Is that, I was wondering if it's the situation that come back again. So the third day now of the pain, because then my husband was giving me thirsty tea, all sorts of tea, thinking it was gas pain or whatever. So I was thinking like, it would go away. So the third day I went to the doctor. So my husband said, you need to go sort this out because this pain is on you for too long. So I went to the doctor. When I went to the doctor, these doctors, the first thing they will ask you for is a urine sample. So I did my urine in the little cup, and I brought the sample to the nursing station. So they tested it, they wrote on a piece of paper, and I took it back to the doctor. So the doctor said I should have a seat, so I sat down. Then he said to me, I know why you have the pain. I know what's causing the pain. So part of me was nervous because I didn't want him to say that the complaint I had came back. But then what he was about to tell me was even more surprising. He said to me, you're 7 weeks pregnant. I was like, pregnant, doctor? Believe you me knock out. Because I was like, pregnant? My age? Because I did not know. I wasn't thinking. I always see online people getting pregnant and all of that. But I was thinking like maybe by other means, IVF or, what they call it? Some insemination or whatever. I was thinking that was the case, not knowing that you could naturally get pregnant at that age. So honestly, it was surprising for me. And then I called my husband and I said, guess what, I find out now what caused the problem. And he was like, what is it? And I said, the doctor said I'm 7 weeks pregnant. And he bust out a laugh, and I'm like, you're laughing, you find it funny? It's not funny, you don't know me age. And so the scary part for me now would be the fact that I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have to carry a belly for 9 months. I was wondering if my body was capable of doing that. I was then wondering how I would walk, if the belly would have made me have to sit down one place. All kind of things come in my mind because it's my first experience getting pregnant at that age. So I like, I never have nobody close to me that went through it. And I could have said, okay, relate to them in a way to say they have been through it before. So this is what would happen, or that was what would happen. I had no idea, no clue whatsoever. So I started getting nervous at first. Anyway, on to telling the family. So I said, all right then, I'm going to tell my mom first. So I called my mom and I said, Mom, have some news for you. So she said, what is it now? I say, I'm pregnant. She said, oh, Knowing my mother. My mother said, me know a long time, me get one vision. Me crack up. So at least that gave me a bit of reassurance. Me start not feel so bad again because I thought like it would have been, oh, you could get pregnant this year, whatever. But never. She was okay. She took it quite cool, calmly. Then I texted my sister, and she was like, oh my God, you're pregnant, and excited and whatever. Then I texted my children, and they were also accepting. They weren't, I remember my son Orlando, he wasn't, he was like, okay, him just take it normally. My daughter Felicia, she did the same. Lovano, he was excited because he was like, always I tell me so him need a little brother and little sister, and I'm like, but easy, see your age and whatever. So he was really excited when I found out, and I told him. Then I told my brother, one of my brother, and he was like, you serious? You don't remember your age? Me say yes, but I know me a God. He said, well, that's true, yes. So, that was the reaction from my family members, and then everybody just blended in and started to give me reassurance and make me feel in the process not really seem scary to me anymore. Me take time now start accept it because me still never accept it. And then with the help of my husband by my side, and I managed. I went through it, and through that pregnancy at 5 months I got married. During the pregnancy at 5 months, that's when I got married with my 5 months belly. So everything started to come into play. My husband's family, everybody was just there, and after a while it never feels so bad again like before, because I was really scared, thinking that my body can't cope, my body, but I was underestimating myself, not thinking that okay, it can happen at that age and it doesn't matter, as long as I'm fertile and everything is still working normally, it can happen. So this is just a little encouragement for those ladies out there that might be thinking, oh, it's impossible or it will never happen. Never say never. When it's the right time, or when the time is right, it will happen. Because for me, it was to gain an experience of having a child with my husband right beside me. I lacked that experience for a good while. Yes, I have my children. Yes, they have fathers, but we never have that close bond. Like we never have that much of a bond with each other. I never feel that love connection then, per se. He's right there, and I remember even when I went into hospital because I did not have my baby naturally. I had to do a C-section because I had a condition called placenta previa, which means the placenta is in front of the baby, so it blocked off my birthing canal, so I could not have the baby naturally, because whenever I'm supposed to push, I would have pushed out the placenta first, and that would cause me or the baby to be in real danger, maybe even death, so I had to have a C-section. And I remember when I reached near my final stages, because I was like 35 weeks, I had a couple more weeks to go, but they had to take the baby because it's around that time that they would take a baby in my situation. So I went to my antenatal, I went to clinic, and that day I did not return, but I had everything packed, and I remember having my suitcase right in this corner where I'm sitting now. I had my suitcase and my bath and everything packed and ready and put in the corner. So I always tell my husband and my son, I say, any day I go to clinic and I don't hear my call, just pick up this and bring to the hospital. And that's so said, so done. I went to the clinic that Wednesday morning, and I was told that I'm not going home, I'm going to be admitted. And that was the Wednesday. And the Thursday, I was the first on the operating list. I was the first patient to go to theater that morning. It was about after 7. I went to theater, and I had Raven taken from me, So that was my experience, and it was a lovely experience. So it's just to encourage those out there who might think that, oh, it not gonna happen or it can't happen or whatever. It's not you, it's God. Anything God say, if he say it's supposed to happen, it will happen, and there's nothing that you or anyone can do or say that will cause it not to happen. You know, if it's meant to be, it will be. Trust me. Because as I said to you, I've already packed up children. Remember, I was in a relationship for 5 years, and that wasn't a protected relationship. You know, we weren't protected. So, and then for 5 years, nothing happened. So I told myself that that was it. And I wasn't looking for children anymore because my kids are already grown at the time. You know, so I wasn't really looking to go back down that road. But here comes Evan. He's 2 now, going on 3 in March next year. You know, 3 years, coming almost 3 years now. Who would have told me that I would have a little baby, a little 3-year-old son? Nobody. I would have run them away. You know, I wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you that never give up. You know, never give up. You can never tell. Sometimes the person that you're with, maybe, you know, it might not be, or not supposed to be with that person. Not to say that you're in your loving relationship and you have to go break up, figure out baby with another person. No, I'm not saying that. But in a case that I am talking from my experience, I was with that guy for 5 years and it didn't happen. And I broke up from the relationship in March. And I found my now husband in April. I didn't even get time to break, you know, because I shared my story on Facebook. I shared my story on Facebook of how I met my husband. And yeah, the time that I wanted to give myself space, like for 6 months, it didn't happen. And it's like, you know, God just said, no, 6 months now. You wait enough. Enough is enough for your time now. And I met my husband in April. I got pregnant in July. Got married in December. You know what I mean? Of 1 year. I'm talking about all of this happened in 1 year. So, you know, what's meant to be will be. And never give up hope. You know, never give up hope. You know, maybe you need to rethink or relook into what you're doing. Because sometimes you may be not eating right. Sometimes you may be overworked. You know, sometimes you're stressed out too much. Sometimes you even put it on your mind. And the more you think about it, the more it's not happening. You know, because I didn't think about it. That was the last thing on my mind. Honestly, that was the last thing on my mind. To go to the doctor and hear the doctor tell me that I'm pregnant. I was not expecting that at all. But then it happened. And I just had to accept it. Because it happened. What am I going to do? You know? But this is just an example to show you that when you least expect, you know, it might just happen. So just be encouraged that one day, you know, your day will come. Your day too will come. So with that said, please remember to like and share my video and to subscribe. Yes, your subscription means a lot to us. So subscribe, and I'll continue to share more of my stories with you as time goes on. So have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day all, and be encouraged and keep the faith. You know, your day will come. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe.